The day is here. Pack 110, the final pack to complete the 67 GT500 Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. FanHome Partworks kit. 1/8 scale, die cast, massive. We're going to be knocking at this kit. This was going to be the side exhaust. And look at this. This is crazy. This thing, old blister pack here, falling off the card already. It does come with, I was like, what is this? It comes with a couple of teaser parts for the, so after you finish the car, if you continue on, you get a few more boxes and you can build that 4-post lift, which we're going to do. So this is the end of the car build, but we're going to continue on a few more vids to build that 4-post lift. And that thing, I think that thing's going to be pretty beefy because that's metal. Set that to the side. This looks like it's part of the 4-post lift as well. Car lift. Let's get this side exhaust out. Looks like we got a couple of screw packs. Double check the instructions. Okay, these screws, these DSO2s, I don't want to lose these. These go to the lift, so I'm going to set those to the side. Set those over there. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to flip the car upside down again. That's one of my least favorite things about this build. This thing's so massive and heavy, and you keep having to flip it over. But we're going to finish this up. I'm going to put batteries in. If you want to skip to the end, you can. I'm going to put the batteries in. Actually, I'm going to have to get batteries. Dadgum. So I may have to do a cut edit. Let's do this. Let's focus. Side exhaust. Then we have our little faux exhaust pieces, which we got right. Are these labeled? Yeah, this one's labeled R for right. That's R for right. Good. L and L. Okay. Good, good, good. These just press in. So let's press these in. We got two little nubbins. Line them up. Press them in. Like so. Rinse and repeat on this side. Those are pressed in. Okay, let me flip the car over. Alright, car is upside down. Towels are in place. Hood pins are safe up here. Let's see if we can't put this on. I don't know if that view's okay. Left and right sides are marked. So this is the left side. Do have little notches here. It's going to fit right over those little places that we screw into. So it's going to sit on there like that. Maybe. These what are these? PSO 8s. Screws are tiny. Tiny silver. This screwdriver is a lifesaver. If you're doing any of these models, it's like 12 bucks. I'll put the Amazon link. Comes with different size bits. It's been invaluable. Anyway, I'm going to try to screw one in without, normally I would lube it up if it's a screw going into metal, but these are so small. I think they may be okay. So I can get this middle one on to hold it in place. Yeah, it seems like it's screwing in just fine. That's snugged up okay. And I'll double check them all. Looks like we got 3 on each side. Let me load this screwdriver up. Then we'll get a shot. I'll give you a shot of the undercarriage here, because I don't plan on flipping this thing upside down again. The batteries are under the hood, which is kind of convenient, but I am going to zonk it, and we'll talk about that later at the end when I actually put the batteries in. Whoops, I wasn't quite lined up there. Alright, hopefully this view works out okay. I don't want to rotate the car around. I want to keep it like it is, minimize that. Just a little tip on these. Make sure the fender lines up first. Kind of look down in there, because I had to loosen up the other side. I don't know if I caught it on camera, because it really wasn't seating proper. So I loosened these two up, made sure this one started first, then these will pop over into place. I think it's because the fender is, you know, a separate piece. And it looks like that's going to happen on this one too. So we'll demo that, if you can see any of it. Get the front one done. Started first. There it is. Nope, there it wasn't. Okay, that started. And then, let's see if I can't pop these over into place. There we go. This is plastic, has a little bit of give in it. Start this one, then pop the others over onto their respective nubs. I'm going to go ahead and start this back one. Get the middle one going, make sure they're all going. Then we'll snug them up. I'll give you a little look at the underneath chassis. Talk about it a little bit. Snug. One more. Snug. I don't like how these doors try to come open when it's upside down. Okay, that is good. Everything looks alright on the other side. Okay, this kit is done. Let's take a look under here. So, overall I like the kit. What I don't like is this axle is plastic. I don't think it'll break, but I think that should have been die cast. You know what I mean? This leaf spring is metal, that's metal. This little part's plastic. Overall, you know, I mean, plastic drive shaft, plastic exhaust, that's fine. I'm not really going to look at that too much. Engine's plastic. These parts were plastic. The suspension parts were plastic, if I remember right. Yeah, they feel plastic. I wish the wheels attached a little bit differently. I mean, they do roll, but you basically just have one little screw holding these things in. So a zonk on this would be the plastic suspension, plastic rear axle, because there's a lot of weight on this car. On display and modestly rolling around, I mean, it's not a toy. I guess it's a big boy toy, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I just wish it was beefed up. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing is metal, and then they skimp on that. The suspension parts, the thing's going to hold the car. You can see some of the details underneath. We got the oil filter, stuff like that. Things I'm probably not going to see again unless I have some type of mirrored base. This thing doesn't have a base with it. Whereas the DeLorean build, I can't remember if that was an extra thing. I think it just came with it. It came with a mirrored base, a really cool base. And I was able to find a Lego. It was made for like displaying huge Lego builds. But I was able to find a case top, which I may actually get another one of those if I can find it, because it had a base, just a basic base with it. And then I could have that plexi top to keep the dust off of this. Batteries. Okay, so the instructions are remarkably silent on where the batteries go. There's a battery box right under the hood right here, and I had to look it up online because way back in pack 22 is when you install this portion, but it doesn't tell you what type of batteries. Online they're saying 3 LR44s, so it's these little button watch type batteries. That is a flaw in the slaw. That's not going to last very long, so we're going to put them in, and this thing's a pain in the ass. Already got that kind of loosened up. This little cover's kind of a pain in the ass because it has two little studs it kind of slips over into. But let me show you what the compartment looks like that. Let me get the batteries in. So I do want to find a alternate solution, maybe wire in a USB adapter. That would be the best solution, I think, or even an alternate battery box that uses something other than this. Yeah, putting these in sucks. Come on, there we go. Got them in. Let's see if we can't test out the lights. Alright, first up I want to show the First up I want to show the brake lights. If you do reach in and push the brake pedal, you do get brake lights. That's cool. Then there's a little switch, hopefully I can get it on camera, just to the left of the instrument cluster. There's a little switch, if you remember putting that in, maybe. I don't know what pack that was. Switch that on, let me reach in there and flick it up. So now we have tail lights on. And headlights and fog lights on. That's cool. We also have a horn, which you ready for this? Weak horn. Okay, so the lights do work, and doesn't look like we actually have any dash lights, which makes sense. I don't remember wiring anything up in there. That should have dash lights, though, my opinion. Okay, thanks for watching. We are finally finished. There it is.